The United States of America, known as Land of the Free, Home of the Brave, has come to symbolize freedom throughout the world. People from all nations and from all walks of life have called the United States home. The United States has welcomed them with open arms. Indeed, the famed Statue of Liberty is the embodiment of this dream. In New York's public education system alone, its student body represents 145 countries. The United States has a deep affinity with Supreme Master Ching Hai. With her boundless love and compassion, Supreme Master Ching Hai has provided humanitarian assistance to many parts of the United States. In 1993, she sent relief teams to provide financial and material assistance to the victims of the 6 Midwestern states that were severely affected by heavy rain and flooding. On December 27, 1997, at the benefit concert, A Journey Through Aesthetic Realms, Supreme Master Ching Hai generously contributed $100,000 each to the Vietnam Children's Fund and the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs. The following year, at another benefit concert, One World of Peace Through Music, she once more contributed generously, with 2 charity organizations being the recipients of her love. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital received $150,000, and the Starlight Children's Foundation received a check for $100,000. Additionally, in the face of one of the worst human tragedies ever to occur on U.S. soil, on September 11, 2001, Supreme Master Ching Hai responded immediately, sending relief teams from around the country and all over the world to Ground Zero in New York City. Supreme Master Ching Hai's financial contributions amounted to over $300,000 to organizations aiding the victims. To this day, Supreme Master Ching Hai continues to extend her loving compassion to all parts of the U.S., from Virginia, Ohio, Kentucky, and Alabama, to California, Florida, Texas, Hawaii, and other states. We now invite you to listen to the following lecture by Supreme Master Ching Hai, entitled, Is God a Being or Non-Being?, given on October 13, 1989 in Berkeley, California, USA.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit www.godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
When you describe God, you use the masculine word He. Is God masculine, feminine, both, or neither?
Both, neither. Okay, then I use she. Because if I use she, maybe you also object. Say what? Since ancient time, we always use God as He. And now who are you to say God is she? I just comply, say, to your own custom and understanding about God. I was thinking now, because the last question was, no God, no creation, right? When I experienced this state, I also know definitely that really there is no God, no creation. I am God and I am the creation. But it's so difficult to tell you how I come to this conclusion. Because at that time, I alone experienced that. No one else. And there is no way I can convey this to you, but definitely you reach some kind of this state. And then you know. You can say the same, there's no God, no creation. But that doesn't mean you don't believe in God. But that state is so wonderful, it's so incredible. There is nothing in this world you can compare with it. You just know that you are in everything. And at the moment, you are what you are, and then you are in everything, and you are absolutely everything, and you wanted to experience everything in every circumstance, in every different shape of bodies. And that's why you are in a different shapes of body. But you are God, you are that.
Please explain the differences among the enlightened master, Buddha, Bodhisattva. Which of the above fit you most closely?
I do not care what you call me. Call me what you want. You see, I'm a garbage collector. Yeah, I collect the humans' garbage and clean them so that the world will be in a better, harmonious atmosphere, and people will be less suffering and more wise. I take their garbage and give them jewels, give them wisdom. I take their bad karma and suffering and give them joys and happiness. So you may call me garbage collector. No need such a big title like Buddha and Bodhisattva. Scares me to death. It denotes a glorious position. Buddha, Bodhisattva, wow. In fact, I only collect garbage. Collect all the bad, negative atmosphere and all the things scattered here and there which make our world miserable and unbearable. I collect all these and burn them up, clean the world. May I ask you also to help me in this garbage collecting program by joining us to meditate on the positive power, on the God power, which is almighty, which can cleanse all the sins, can bestow all the grace. And this is my job. You may join also and become the same. No need for Buddha and Bodhisattva. It looks like very glorious and very honorable. We work very hard. Whoever reached this level and commissioned by God or voluntary to help sentient beings, we work very hard and we suffer. Not much glory here in this world. You may get glorified when you go back to heaven, go back to the Buddha's land, but here in this world, it's not much of a Buddha's.
Will you tell us who will be the right master to learn religions from?
It's like this. We do not follow a teacher. We only follow the teaching. So we can never go wrong. In case the teacher go wrong, when the teaching is okay, then we follow the teaching. The teaching, we have to see if the teaching is correct. For example, if you see my ethic is correct or not correct, if whatever I teach you, I follow or not. For example, I teach you not to eat meat, yeah? I also eat vegetarian. I also teach you not to steal, I also not steal. I teach you to give away in charity, I give away myself in charity. I teach you to love people, I do love people and help people unconditionally. I take no money for the teaching I give. I earn my own money. So you have nothing to lose at all except to gain. Now also, every moral standard which described in the Buddhist scripture and described in the Christian Bible, I convey to you again. So I teach nothing new, nothing immoral, nothing unethical. So you may be safe to know that your teacher won't teach you anything wrong outside of the scriptures. I teach you everything from the scriptures. From ancient times, the ethical conduct doesn't change. The commandment from God, from Buddha, will not change. So I teach you the same, and I do the same. So you know at least I'm not the bad type. And now the teaching is correct, right? And the meditation will provide you wisdom, peace of mind. Doesn't matter which technique, it would also help you somewhat. So There is no exception about our technique. I only tell you that it's the fastest, that's all. But you don't have to believe me. I only inform you only, and now you have your own choice. I only tell the truth. If it's fast, I say it is very fast. I am not allowed to tell lie anyhow. And I have no reason to do that. Because I don't need your money, I don't need anything, and I don't even live here. I profit nothing from you. I may even leave tomorrow, or you may leave me and never see again. Goodbye. So I profit nothing. So from this standpoint, you are safe. Yeah? Now you follow the teaching only. Don't follow me. So the teaching will always be with you, and you don't need to follow me in person. In case you want some personal advice during meditation progress, you may write to me, or you might telephone to ask me. Nowadays, no need to stick with the master all the time. Or you can go to Taiwan or wherever I stay, a house, an office, so that you may see me. If I use spiritual body only, you cannot see me at all. And when I talk, you couldn't hear. So how can I convey the message to you? So I have to use the body, right? That's the use of the body. This body is not much use in other sense. So no need to fear that when I go away, you have no one. You always have someone. And you may even see me appearing in your house like this, just like this. Just like I am myself there. If you are sincere and high level enough, you will see the Master come to you, and you will see the Master all the time, whenever you need. No need to cling to a physical body.
Some questions on vegetarianism. If you continue to eat meat, does that mean that you would never reach enlightenment?
You can reach enlightenment, but not a complete enlightenment. Just a part of it, that's all. A little bit, not very high level of enlightenment. Because the meat and all the hatred and all the bad karma, we have to pay. So it will drag us down in the level of existence in order to pay back the debt. So we couldn't go very high. Just like we have a lot of baggage, we couldn't climb to the top of the mountain. We must leave some behind, some unnecessary baggage.
How can we justify eating plants when they too are living beings that grow, eat, and reproduce?
I agree with you. It's just impossible to do. Therefore, Buddhas, Christ, and other saints had to subsist on minimum nutrition from plants in order to keep the body for the good of the majority of the people. But plants have not that much emotion and hatred like the animals. So we take the minimized killing in order to survive and to carry out God's will. But even that, we must work for it so that the bad karma will be less. Therefore, most of the masters, they work for themselves. They work to earn a little money, to keep their body intact. They do not depend on charity. If they have to depend on charity, then they give the teaching in return. Also, they live on very bare minimum necessity. Like the Buddha, he has only 3 pieces of clothes, wrap around like that. And he had 1 meal a day only. Just the minimum you get, so that you will be free from the karmic bondage in order to help others. If you also spend and squander your wealth, your virtuous wealth, then you could not give it to others. That's why most of masters are very frugal.
Being a vegetarian, do you allow to have garlic or onion, or can we take it when we have salad dressing with garlic or onion?
You concern so much about food. Yes, you can have, if you must have it. For us, we don't want. The higher you climb up, the less you desire. You eat things plain and just whatever comes. You do not need such a strong spice to sustain your taste. But however, when we begin the spiritual practice, we may use something like that. so that we don't feel so devoid of everything. Eggs cannot, meat cannot, alcohol cannot, veal cannot, chicken cannot, now garlic, onion also cannot, then I don't practice. You may use, yeah? And then meditate. Our meditation will cleanse all this out, cleanse the negative influence. But I heard that the garlics and onions keep the devils away, so maybe you have an excuse, huh? Now, in the Buddhist scripture, it says the opposite. It says that when you eat garlics and onions and the like, you know, those very strong flavor, the devils might come and lick your lips. Therefore, the Buddhist believer, the true follower of the precept, they don't eat garlics and onions, according to that sentence in the Surangama Sutra in Buddhism. But if you want, if it's not very convenient to avoid it, and then please continue until one day you don't feel like it anymore. After some time, even you smell it, you don't want to smell. You don't want to eat them. Also, I heard that the onions, for example, is harmful to your kidney, and it makes your memory dull. It's not sharpen the intelligence. It's dull the memories. Therefore, some people, they don't eat them. The yogi, they don't eat onions, garlic, due to these different reasons.
One more question about food. You are concerned about antibiotics in animal meat. What about pesticides in vegetables? Won't they harm us too?
Yes, they are also harmful. But the animals, they eat them in their flesh and digest and make antibiotic become in their blood and their flesh and bones. So when you eat them, you cannot wash them away because they are already in the meat, in the blood, in the vein. But the vegetable, they spray outside only, and you can wash them away. You can soak them in salty water for 5 minutes, and all these will wash away. Soak them in water with salt, 5 minutes, or 3 minutes even, 3 to 5 minutes, and wash again with clean water, and you have no danger. But the animal meat, you cannot wash.
European Parliament supports reducing meat to lower greenhouse gases.
Roll call vote. Vote is now open.
Reduce your meat consumption or stop eating meat totally.
During discussions on greenhouse gas reduction goals, the Climate Committee of the European Parliament officially recognized livestock's contribution to global warming and recommended a reduction of subsidies to the livestock industry to curb methane.
The European Parliament has adopted its own position on climate change as an institution. And as a Vice President, one of the proposals I have made is in line with your own, which is that we should eat far less meat, because that's one of the major sources of greenhouse gases.
We know that the agriculture and the meat production is one of the main causes of gas emission, and so it's very clear that the ratio per habitant of meat has to decrease.
My name is Jens Holm. I'm a member of the European Parliament. Please, be veg, go green, save the planet.
I have noticed an energy around the center of my hands. It's like a penetrating feeling, also around the third eye of my head. What is this?
Now? At this moment? Yeah? Did it happen before? Who asked the question? Yes. You notice it now, or it's always like this?
It happened before.
It happened before.
Just like 5 days ago, it started noticing.
Yeah.
When you were talking, I was meditating.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because you meditate when I was talking, and you become more receptive to the energies. Well, I have some energy. Maybe that's why you receive something. Sometimes if you are in the presence of good person, yeah, a practitioner, and they radiate some good energy, and you receive them, through the whole body, or through the eye center, especially here, is the most prominent. So you may feel some very relaxing or maybe ecstasy sometimes. This is very normal, no need to worry about. That's not bad. Not bad. Sometimes you feel warm even. Yes. There are different kinds of experience in meditation process. Yeah? Just take them and leave them. Until you reach the highest level. These things should not be attached to. Yeah? If it's pleasant, you enjoy it and then leave them. If it's unpleasant, you also leave them. You just notice and leave them. That's the best way. Otherwise, we are attracted by flowers on the roadside and it's retarded our reaching home progress.
Isn't meditation dangerous without guidance because bad spirits can enter you when your aura is open?
Yes, it is rather dangerous. So you should have a guide, a teacher, who knows all the things on the road.
Could you perform some miracles so people can increase their faith in your teaching?
Miracle. What do you want? I give you some money or something? And then what do you do with them? What good will that be to you? Eternally, nothing. I advise you to find your own power, your own miracle power, your own wisdom, instead of relying on mine. Instead of coming to me only for magical power, you should come in order to get your own right back. The kingdom of God, your own wisdom, your own birthright, your own heaven, your own kingdom. That is the best and the highest ideal of a human life. Not miracle. Miracle is very short-lived. If necessary, I will show you miracle, but not for show, not to get your applause. Whenever necessary, during your practice, you may encounter some obstacles, some bad influence. At that time, you will know that I have miracles. I have. But I don't just use that at random, just to let you know how great I am. I don't need that. I want you to have a very correct attitude, a correct thinking, an idea in practice. That is to go back to the Most High, to gain back our highest wisdom, not hunger after this children game and plastic toys. You will have everything. First, seek you the kingdom of God, and all the things shall be added unto you. Do not ask for small things, ask for great things. It befits you more, because we human beings are the greatest in the universe. So ask for the greatest only. That is more befitting to your position, to your dignity, and to your birthright. Yeah?
Can you elaborate more on what you said about discovering and understanding that you created God and that you are your own creation?
It's not possible. You cannot say this in words, but I may invite you to join our meditation technique, and one day you will experience that. And then somebody else asks you, you will also shake your head and say, I'm sorry, I cannot say about this. There is no one, very seldom any master in this world can speak about these things completely. You can only experience. Like you are in love with someone. If someone asks me, what is being in love like? I say, well, I don't know. I just feel so happy, intoxicated. And I have to look at her eyes, I have to look at him, I have to hold his hand. I cannot live without him or without her. That's all you can say. But the essence of love, you cannot put it on the table. Is that not so? How even much more difficult for me to talk about this experience about God realization. I can only tell you I've got it. And that's wonderful. It changed my life, changed my point of view, wisdom, my everything, but I cannot tell you more.
What do you think of abortion? When does the soul enter the body?
Oh, should not have abortion. There is no question about when the soul enters the body, but it's a question of evil thinking, killing tendency. That's what we should abolish, the killing tendency. No need to ask me when the soul enters the body. When you want to have an abortion, you have killing tendency already, and that is bad. That's what we have to uproot. We have to cultivate compassion and wisdom, not leaning toward the negative side of our nature. The more we lean there, the lower we become, the more we drag down. You should also cultivate meditation, and then one day you also know when the soul enters the womb. It has no definite time. It enters when it enters. Yeah? It might leave and it might come back again. Go and visit it. So you never know when the soul is there or not there. Even if the soul is not there yet, we already have this killing tendency, and killing our own blood and bone. That is no good. Kill an innocent soul. Don't ask. Killing an innocent soul is no good. Please, please do not have such idea, degrading yourself. Whatever difficult situation arises, you can make it. Pray to God. Pray to God. Find a solution. Or give it to orphan organization. There are many couples in the world who want babies. They can adopt babies. So do not have such ideas. When did I go to Himalaya and to seek for the truth? I said many, many years ago. And how long I stayed there? It's about over 1 year. Yeah. And why do I have to go to India? It's maybe because it is my destiny, my fate. I have to go to India. Why don't you stay in Vietnam and look for enlightened master in Vietnam? Everyone has a destiny. Maybe you can find it in Vietnam. Maybe I have to find it in India. Maybe you can find it in America. You see, everyone is different. There's no why. Everywhere you can find a master. If the time comes and it's ripe, you find it here, you find it there, you find it anywhere. It's no problem. No question. You no need to go to India like me. You can find enlightenment here in a few minutes. Can you teach the Kuan Yin method to other people? Yes, yes. I'm glad to share it with you. Our thinking go very fast, you know. We could not easy to control them. Also, our thinking never stop. So why, when we sleep, the thinking still exists, the mind is still working? It is because the mind is a very independent instrument. It works by its own. We cannot, because it records so many things, and it offers flow. The more we record, the more we put out. It's like a radio station. Yeah? Whatever message comes into the radio station, it will spill out again. Sometimes we feel tired in our body and our brain, and also have headache. Why is that? Sometimes we're tired and sometimes we're not. Do you know why sometimes we're tired and sometimes we're not? It's natural like that. Sometimes you work too hard, or you eat not enough, you sleep enough, or you over-worry and you're tired. Other time your body is fit, have no anxiety, then you're not tired. It's a very simple question. Oh, she asked me, do I have dream? Yes, I have dream. I dream that all the world will become peaceful. I dream that everyone become Buddha. I dream that all the killing will stop. I dream that all the children will walk in peace and harmony. I dream that all the nation shake hands with each other, protect each other, and help each other. I dream that our beautiful planet will not be destroyed. It takes billion, trillions of years to produce this planet, and it's so beautiful, so wonderful. I dream that it will continue, but in peace, beauty, and love. Yeah, that is my dream.
Do you think that people have to work even after their death? I would like to know why people die sometimes so young, so suddenly, leaving other people who need him or her still in this world.
Oh, yes, we still work after death in different places, maybe in heaven, maybe in hell, maybe in this world. And people die so young, so suddenly, it is because their time is like that. Just like some fruits are ripened and some fruit will be blown away when they were very young and sour and no use.
Isn't meditation not a technique, but actually a way of seeing?
Yes, it's not a technique. It's a way of seeing. But sometimes we use it because of the human language. We say it is a technique, it is a method. But actually, the power that conveyed to you is not a method. It is a very tangible power, without which you cannot open the wisdom within.
What is the fastest way to reach true enlightenment?
Meditate with our method and a virtuous life.
You said that the Kuan Yin technique can protect us even after death. How can we be sure of this technique?
Well, I can assure you, I have seen this myself. Also, you can see to yourselves after some time of practice. You don't need to believe everything I say. You should prove it yourself through your own meditation every day, and gradually you know everything. Gradually you will see to yourself that everything I said or promised to you is all the truth. I have not said one word untruth, not even half a word untruth to you. Everything I promise you through meditation will be fulfilled in time. And not only you will be delivered, but 5 generations, 5, 6, 7 generations, or your ancestors will also be delivered.
Christ made a few miracles, did not know other languages other than Jewish, but these miracles convinced us. How about nowadays, masters? How do we know that they are holy?
You see, the miracles doesn't secure a holy personality. Many people have miracles power without being holy. This you know. The black magician, the white magician, they all have miracles. But that doesn't mean they are holy. Jesus had to use these miracles because it was in different circumstances. Nowadays, we are more intelligent. We are not as barbarous. We are more technology, more advanced, and more civilized, and more scientifically minded. There's no need to cling to these miracles. But I have already told you, seek you first the kingdom of God. I do not want to use miracle to bait you, because I respect your wisdom. I respect your intelligence. I do not think of you as children, that I have to use some colorful toys in order to attract you. And I think this is not very respectful, because I respect you very much. Therefore, I use wisdom. I use logic to appeal to your wisdom, to your logic, so that you might get higher in your understanding and not just clinging to these physical phenomena, such as miracles. You will know that I have a lot of miracles, limitless miracle. But when you reach my level, when you sincerely practice, then I show you. But not now. Not by force, not on demand. If you respect me at all, then do not demand such, because I respect you. I do not use this hula hop to play with you. I do not think you are such a level, and I do not want to attract this kind of level either. If you are not yet grown up in wisdom, then I let you wait. If you already have some wisdom and ideas of how a practitioner should be, why we should practice meditation and virtues, then you come to us, join with us to cleanse the planet, to bless all beings, not to play with miracles. Miracle doesn't make a person holy. That is for sure. You will know my miracles in time. If you are sincere, if you have a higher ideal, you will know everything about your master in time.
How do we understand, or in better terms, reconcile our dark sides, evil, lust, etc., with the holiness and good tidings of the Supreme Entity?
By leading a virtuous life, changing from dark to light. Use the light to dispel darkness. For example, when the sun comes out, darkness be gone. By practicing the presence of God, listening to the instruction of God every day, seeing God's light every day, we will cleanse out the evil tendencies and clean out the worst evil tendency even. The more people practice, the more peaceful the world becomes, the cleaner the atmosphere, not only for us, but for all people. That's how we do it, with meditation, with enlightenment. I'm often worried about my thoughts and action. Must I pray or meditate in order to know the good? Yes, you should. How will I know when I am doing the right thing? That you need enlightenment. But before that, you should know whatever doesn't hurt others, doesn't hurt yourself, doesn't harm society, that's good. Whatever makes others happy and righteous according to the holy books like the Christian Bible, like Buddhist scriptures, that is good. Whatever helpful to others, bring joys and real happiness to others, that is good. Whatever hurtful, harmful to any living beings, that is not good. Whatever bring us closer to God and bring us within to realize our wisdom, that's good. Whatever drag us down, that is no good. Is homosexuality wrong? Doesn't it go against the principle of yin and yang, the balance of nature? I do not condemn anything. You see, the purpose of man and woman is to reproduce beings in this world, and not because of lust. Therefore, the Bible has advised us to get married and not just play around. Because when you're married, you establish a kind of loving relationship and friendship. And when you are together, it is in the boundary of love, not only lust. But if you feel good, well, then pray to God. Do you feel good? If you have love between each other, and please pray to God to help you to shed some understanding on this kind of relationship. If it's right, if it's wrong, let Him help you. I understand the homosexual people's problem. They may also need something. They need some love or some affection, which they could not fulfill with the other opposite sex. Well, please pray to God to help you. We all have our different problems and wrong attitudes, so I would not like to say what is wrong and what is right. But keep in love. Whatever you do, keep God in mind and remember love.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit www.godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
We thank you for your compassionate presence on today's Words of Wisdom. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more uplifting and constructive programs 24 hours a day, every day of the week. With heaven's blessings, may all beings on our beautiful planet coexist in peace, love, and happiness.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/WOW.